juego con bandolero, porque yo sé que voy a ganar, yo sé que voy a ganar, a la acción mía voy a pichar, y yo no voy por parar, yo no juego con bandolero, porque yo sé que voy a ganar, yo sé que voy a ganar.
Yeah.
It is so damn good to hear that song every day.
What a sweet day.
Hey. What's going on, Fly?
I'm hyped. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, that song hits so hard. Thank you
It does.
very much to Mr. PrimeTime Nino.
That whole album slaps. I'd still be jamming out to it.
I have that in my car. I don't even understand Spanish like that, and I just like
it just makes you do things. Your head, your body, the booty, something's gonna be moving.
You gotta move, baby. You just gotta move. That's all you gotta do. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to episode 42.
44.
This is 42? 44?
44.
Welcome to episode 44. Whatever. My bad.
I tell you what, when I was kind of looking through and we were setting up, how many episodes we were at, and I said, "Holy crap!" I couldn't believe we were already in the 40s.
I can't believe you talk this much.
I can't believe. Well, I believe we could. I honestly believe we. Have you seen our group chat? Come on.
Oh my god! Earlier was hilarious. Anyway.
Welcome to the show with their two favorite boys.
Yes, we're here.
Top 2 growing on Facebook. I want to make sure that's been known.
Have finally, I remember you told me that like 3 weeks ago, and we have finally acknowledged that what is the premise?
Acknowledge.
What is the premise? We are the second highest growing
podcast. We're second highest growing podcast on Facebook, and rising. And obviously, we're trying to get through the ranks through all the other stuff, platforms as well. But Facebook, we're like on like the top 2%, with it when it comes to our podcast on Facebook. So thank you guys, everyone who watches it on Facebook, everyone who shares it, likes it, comments. Yep, thank you guys. Don't forget, you can also listen to on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, we've been mentioning it. If you haven't done it, you're going to use your 2 fingers right here. 2 fingers, power fingers. Just going to jam that subscribe button. And then next to that, we kept it super easy. There's a bell. It kind of looks like something that, ding, ding, ding. You want to click that too. Because anytime they're ready enough for coming. They're ready enough for coming. Actually, I like that. Has a ring to it.
We need a guy and a horse. We need a guy and a horse now.
No, it's too close to the Patriots logo. I'm a Jets fan. I don't like that.
We need PrimeTime Nino on a horse, saying
that sounds sexy.
The rated F are coming in Spanish. It's gonna be hilarious.
I would die to see that. That would make my life.
Yeah, man. So we're doing good. How you doing today, man?
Good, man. Good. Back at it after Mother's Day weekend, and
happy belated to all the mothers.
Yes, I know we made a little mention on the last episode, but happy belated to all the mothers who haven't heard it. But yeah, I'm good, man. Living the dream.
Nice. So tell me a little bit about your day. I'm doing swell. I'm always doing fine. The creatures that live in my brain always keep me happy. So
the creatures in your brain.
Tell me a little bit about your day, man. Let's get into some news. Tell me some news that you got going on.
So some news. Actually, you know what, man? I don't so much news this time. I was looking through the web and checking what people sent me, and I actually got this that I had received, and I thought it was kind of funny, so I wanted to kind of talk about it. A church accidentally cash apps you $10,000. Are you sending it back? Be honest. That's the post. I heard that and I was stunned. I was like,
personally, the church should have known better, or that was a gift from God. They ain't getting nothing back. First of all, I don't even go to church. How'd you get my cash? My bad. Who at church is typing in my tag? There's no way that it would even be correlated. Sister Abigail
Facts.
ain't got my tag. Like, no, they did that on purpose. That was a gift from God. They go straight to hell. All the people at church.
Man, listen, I literally stopped what I was doing at work. I was like, man, would I send it back? I mean, like, the correct thing to do would be like, yeah, of course I would send it back, you know. But the other part of me is like, I got bills. Like,
Yeah, define correct because that clears up a whole lot of shit for me.
facts.
I'm like, that's
My wedding debt gone. That's
the
a down payment
vacation.
easily.
My wife and I are trying to go into Europe in 2024. That's
Hey,
it right
you.
there. That's it right there. Thank you, God.
Nigga, look at God. Look at God looking out for me. That's
Look at God.
amazing. I hope when
Praise the
the
Lord.
cash app, it comes with the oh.
Tried to text you and show you I ain't even gonna respond. I didn't get anything. I don't know what
He's like, listen here. Thank you, that God. That's all I want to tell you. Thank you. I'm gonna be in Europe.
So that's the question. If the church accidentally did a cash app or sent you money via any type of platform, 10 grand, what do you do?
Yeah.
Huh.
I want to know, and I want to see in the comments, everybody who's watching it, I want to hear what you're saying, because I know on my end, like I said, I was very torn when I heard that statement. I went,
I ain't talking about.
Like, I would give it back to Jesus, but Jesus gave it to me for a reason.
Jesus gave it to me. All them prayers are like, Jesus, help me with these bills, help me with this bill. And then it finally comes and you give it back.
Yo,
If I was
facts.
you, I'd slap the shit out of you if I was Jesus. Like, I just gave you the money.
That's like, you know, when the guys be like, oh God, Jesus, like, just help me out. I want a girl. I need a wife coming, and a woman comes up to you, you're like, ugh, bitch, get away from me. And then you just keep
You smell like you got something.
And the guy's like, I'm trying to give you women. Like, what do you want?
You can't be picky. You ugly bastard. Well, what I would do with that 10 grand is me and my boy going out of town.
Hey,
We hanging out.
we're hanging. Oh,
That's raspberry on his hands. Just
yeah, raspberry.
So my rated F news is huge for me. I had to spill the beans earlier with you. I'm so sorry, but I was just so hyped up. It's coming up. I've been holding it in for months, but my wife and I are going. We're here in Orlando, and we're going to a thing kind of like MegaCon and Comic Con and shit. It's a little smaller. It's called Spooky Empire, and the cast and the director of Terrifier 2 are going to, yes, praise the Lord. This is going to be the new one. Hey.
Hey, you.
I'm surprised, but I get you. They're going to be there. Mr. David Howard Thornton himself is going to be there in costume as Terrifier.
Is he?
And yes, so I'm going to be able to meet the panel. My goal is to take a picture with all three. So the Demon Girl's going to be there.
Oh,
Her name is Emily. Something I can't remember the last name. David Howard Thornton, Terrifier himself, is going to be there, and then Damien Leone, the director, is going to be there, on top of a handful of other cast members too. But I want to take a picture with the cast, with Mr. Terrifier himself.
please don't get arrested.
I'll be good. I'll be good. I'm not going to freak out too.
Arrested for humping Terrifier 2 actor.
But mugshot. That's my mugshot. Like, yep, I saw it coming.
All over him, money.
Yeah, man. So, my wife also got me the Terrifier 1 and Terrifier 2 on Blu-ray. You know, I already had it downloaded. I bought them on Amazon Video. I already had those, but those are like collectibles for me. So what I want to do is I want to create like a picture thing I'm not sure how much the photo is going to cost. I'm not sure how much the autographs are going to cost, but that's my goal. If I could get those two signed by the man himself, if I could get a picture with him in the cast and pay respects to the director, because it's literally changed for anybody in the horror genre, anybody who follows horror, like not just mainstream horror. It really does up the ante when it comes to slasher films. It became Terrifier 2 became a mega slasher film.
Which
People
is the
were
first
going
of
to
its
the
kind.
hospital. Yeah, yeah. It has never gotten this gory in America. Now, I have to say that because there's German, French, there's a couple of Korean films and one
Yes, I
Japanese
remember
film,
those.
and one I think it was Swedish. I can't remember exactly where.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure it's
Serbian.
Swedish too.
I mean, there's a Serbian film that gets kind of gory and bloody. There's also one of my personal favorites, Tokyo Gore Police. So there's like 1,000 gallons of blood in that movie.
And that was on the
So,
first like 10 minutes.
yeah. Especially when the dude gets his legs cut off. He's like, "You bitch!" And he just sprays blood to hover like a jetpack and fly towards her to try to kill her. It's hilarious. I love that movie so much. Anyway, so back to Terrifier 2. In America, at least, it takes the cake when it comes to that genre in its own domain, its own region. So they're coming out with part 3. Also later on that night, there's going to be a Q&A panel with the entire cast and crew and the director himself. So I'm hoping
Nice.
he has some goodies for us. And
He may.
I don't know. They've been filming here and there, and I'm not sure what they've been filming, but maybe it's part 3. I don't know. So we might get a trailer, we might get a talk, we might get a something. I'm not sure what's going on. But in the meantime, in the between time and all that, let's get scary.
Oh God.
Let's get scary. What kind of scary? Like real scary.
Yo, you sent me that earlier today. I first laughed. I was like, what the hell is he sending me this for?
Because you're used to me. See, that's what friendship is all about.
I'm so numb to it at this point. I was like, I wasn't even scared. I was like, what is he doing now?
What's Robbie up to? I promise it's not a shooting. It's not a mass shooting in that. I'm just crazy in my own right.
So what it looked like a dream. That's what it looks like.
So
It's like one of the dreams I had, or actually a dream that you probably had last night, just to speak about it.
Well, it's funny. Before I took a little nap, and before this, I was watching a scary film that I fell asleep. But one of the characters, like right at the front, you know, when you go on Netflix or something, they have like that thumbnail, that still shot, or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can click on and play the movie. Well, I found a B-rated one. It was boring. It put me to sleep. I think the scariest thing about it was that little thumbnail or whatever. And I had it on the screen, and Angie turns around because she was facing me. We were talking. She turns around, and she goes, "Oh my God." I was like, "What happened?" Yeah, I'm so desensitized by this by now. And I was like, "Oh, that?" It was just like this ghostly, scary face, no eyes, the blacked out kind of, things you see in the dark kind of thing. And I'm like, that is just a character from one of my dreams. And she's like, "Your dreams are nightmares." I was like, "Yeah."
I'm pretty sure I'll be like, "Oh my God, I had a bad nightmare." I explained it to you, like, "Oh God, I had that dream 2 nights ago."
That's it. Cool. I remember once, bless her heart, she was like, "I had a dream that somebody was chasing me, and I fell. They were holding me down, and then I just woke up." And then what happened?
That's all.
That was it. Go back to bed. You don't want to have one of my dreams. You don't want what I classify as a night. What scares me? You lose our mind.
I think what would scare you would put a lot of people in a mental ward.
Like, if you ever hear me say I had a nightmare, don't ask. Just don't ask.
I never do.
It's too much. It's too much to handle. Anyway, my friend here, she
Sexy.
is afraid of spiders.
Just hanging off the ceiling. I love it.
You come home, Hey, baby. So those are. I got one more actually. Sorry. I'm gonna put this
Oh
one up as we
God.
talk periodically. Paying peekaboo with my my honey bun here.
Oh
So,
jeez.
so these are still shots from the new movie that came out today, this year, about a week or two ago. I can't remember. It was in May. I can't remember exactly the launch date, but this is still photos from the new uh, the Evil Dead Rise. I'm gonna put up the cast and the crew. I believe the director is in there somewhere. I can't remember exactly who, but this is the cast and crew, guys. A lovely cast, a lovely crew. Pretty much everyone is a new face. I love that when it comes to the horror genre, is people that you don't really recognize, so you don't get comfortable.
Good.
Uh, this is kind of a continuation. It is not necessarily a prequel, not necessarily a sequel. It's just a continuation. It's just something else going on when it comes to the Evil Dead genre, especially
Yeah,
with
because they released an Evil Dead. What, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
I think it was 2017, 2019 area. I want to say comfortably before the pandemic, so 2017 is when that was released, if I'm not mistaken. But this
I
one
was
is
looking up 2013, so 10
2000.
years ago.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Wow, it seems so. Wow, wow, we're old.
Seriously.
We're old. Why does time fly? Time has wings. I can't. Stop.
100%. Jeez, that's
Yeah.
so
So.
weird. So, and it's directed by
Mhm.
the same director too.
Mhm. I knew that at least. I knew that at least.
That's
So
nuts. 10
that's why
years.
it was weird. It was like it is a continuation, but it's not necessarily prequel or sequel. It's just the story of the book and the hauntings itself, which is awesome. Me personally, I'll go ahead and say right off the bat, this is a rated F movie. Go see it. If you're squeamish or if you're not, it doesn't matter. Watch this movie. It is fantastic. It like just picture this.
Let's not. But okay, I'll humor you.
It is an in your face movie. And sometimes you hear me, I'm very jaded when it comes to cinematography. I'm very jaded when it comes to horror movies that just don't hit the mark. Is because people who direct these movies, and directing is very difficult. It's a difficult job to actually to get the job done correctly. But if you're not into horror movies, you're just doing horror movies, it's gonna be shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
gonna be
I think
shit.
you have to be into whatever you're going to be directing because it gives a different
Mhm,
type of passion.
mhm,
I know I would beat a dead horse, but Last of Us, those directors and producers were into
mhm.
the game, so it hit different. They directed it
Yes.
and felt it.
Yes, and they made necessary changes that made sense, not just wily coyote bullshit that they put on on your screen. But when it comes to this movie, I like it because there's not many jump scares. I hate jump scares. Jump scares are just one and done. You never see it. You barely have time to react. In this movie, there's a lot of in your face. You have to look at it. You have to picture and absorb everything in that frame, and it goes in, and the director has a lot of um like emotion when it comes to his cinematography. He'll pan into it as he puts it in your face, so he
Oh,
puts you have that angle, you have that shot, and then he just
and he's still pulling it
goes
in.
straight into you, and it's like you can't get away from this still that should have been, in most cases, jump scare, but he's
Yeah.
making it last a good 5 seconds in your face with the
Wow.
music, with the cinematography, with that, just with the visual that you have. It makes such a good movie, and he does it time and time again. And a lot of times, what happens is he'll take something that is a little bit abnormal for the human eye, and he'll put it in a shadow, but you can still see it, and he'll
Ooh.
make you watch that walkway, and you have to figure out what the hell you're looking at, except for actually looking at it. So not only is your mind trying to process what you've never really seen before, but it's trying to process it in the dark. So it brings out that fear. I love it.
Yeah, because it's like that sounds like when you're sleeping and you wake up and you kind of it looks like something like a silhouette. And you're kind of going, "The hell is it?" And then like it's that trying to process what the freak,
Right.
like what is this freaking thing in front of me?
Like, what the hell? And next to use a towel.
Yeah, and you're like, oh God, it's just a chair with my shirt on it.
Oh, it's just my robe. Oh, honey, it's okay, honey. It's just my coach robe. Like, oh, no need to fear.
It's whiskey jumping off.
He can't jump. His legs are too short. he's stunted growth. But going to this third still here, I like to say.
God, I saw the trailer showing that. That is just weird.
And what I appreciate about the trailer is that everything that you saw in the trailer was a part of the movie. I hate it when they put a scene in the trailer and it's the best part of the trailer and it's not a part of the movie.
Yeah.
They do that so many times when it comes to action films and especially horror films. They're like, oh yeah, let's just give it to them. Get it. Oh man, that scene was so awesome. And then you pay your money, you sit in that chair, and you're looking for that scene because you want to see it on this giant screen, and it never shows. And it's so underwhelming. So you're just like, man, what the hell is going on? Like it really.
And it's a good scene too. It's not even like it's a whatever scene. It's one of those like good scenes that they really highlighted.
Yes.
And then they're like, oh, okay, cool. Like Avengers, they show a scene where Hulk is running with them on Infinity War.
Yeah.
And he was never shown in the actual fight there.
He wasn't. They ended the shit out of him. You're like, for real? Like he's not even there right now? And
it was like, so stupid. So I agree with you on that. I hate when trailers do that shit.
Absolutely not. So but when it comes to that still, I'll put it back up, sorry. So when it comes to that still, so what you're doing is you're looking outside of like a peephole. Like if somebody would knock your door and you're looking outside to see who it is. And it has that kind of concaved look to the scene. So it's actually like you're looking through the peephole and it's kind of distorting your vision as well. Oh. But you see this lady and you see everything that she's doing in this hallway as well, which is a good, I would say 15 to 20 minutes of the movie. I really appreciated the use of the camera angle, the use of the different frames that you could use within this camera angle, and keeping it far away, but also so close but so far away as well. It's like that door is your protector, but she is going apeshit in that hallway. So and you're like, I am so glad that this door is locked. But it's such a fun ride, man. I would say for those of you who are squeamish, bite your tongue, don't eat before, and watch this movie. It's not even, I think it's a little over 2 hours. It's a good buy. Go to the movie theater. I think like on Tuesdays it's like $5 or like $10 movie tickets. Angie and I bought it on Amazon Video for like $24 or something. And
really?
I have to say, yeah. And I have to say, when I saw it, it had 4.5 stars.
Oh wow!
I give this thing 6 stars. It is good. I appreciate it, and I learned how to dissect movies because of my dad. I honed in on it with you. And it's like, okay, I get picky. I really don't like going to the movies with other people who don't understand how to dissect a movie and how to dissect a frame. And when they see like cinematography and I'm sitting next to my wife and she's like, oh, that looks pretty. I'm like, that's a good camera angle. That's a nice shot. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, and I have to pause the movie and explain to her, but that's my wife. That's something different. But if I'm sitting in a movie theater, don't talk to me. Don't bother.
We'll talk after.
Yeah, we'll write your questions down, and we will have a Q&A after. Yeah, man, but it's a fantastic movie. Definitely, as I said, 6 stars straight across, like Dave Meltzer in wrestling. So, I would say, yeah.
6-star
Those
matches.
6-star matches, bro. I think Kenny Omega is the only one that has some of those. I think he has a hard on for Kenny Omega. I'm not sure.
Where he's a biased opinion, but anyways.
His opinion doesn't count. So I actually had a question for you, man. We got some time here. What is your favorite, not scary movie or horror movie, your favorite genre of horror movie? Like, what do you when you think about I want to go see a horror movie? What is your go-to when it comes to what you thirst for?
It's interesting because I've never really been a horror movie buff. I've watched a handful of movies,
Mhm.
but I've always loved the murder mystery type of like kind of like horror, because I think that sometimes adds a little bit more depth to it versus just the killing and all that. You get a lot more like, oh, there's more into it, and it makes you start thinking, and then you start like seeing the clues, and then like, no, it has to be this guy was the one involved. Then it's like, crap, not that guy. Then I always love those type of mysteries or those type of horrors because it's very mysterious. It keeps you on your toes. It's not so gory because I really don't care for the gore. I don't mind it. If we'll watch it, I'll like I could watch it. The newer. It's that was a little bit more gorier than what most saw in the past, and so I don't mind those. I've seen bits of Terrifier. I can't say I really sat down and watched it. But that is gory as it is not terrible. It's actually a really good movie. Like to what you've been telling me and singing to me.
We gotta have a guys' night. Y'all come over. I cater the food. Y'all gotta pay me back, and we watch us some Terrifier and Terrifier 2. I got a blanket coming in the mail. Hopefully, it's taking forever. It's terrifying. Like, you know how you get those printed ones with the picture that you want on it? It's the cover. It's the poster for Terrifier 2.
Oh God.
And everything. Yeah. With Serena.
Your poor wife.
Yeah, she's gotten used to it.
She's a saint. But yeah, that's the type of horror. Like if I'm thirsting for a horror movie, I'm gonna look for something that's gonna be like that, because I love thinking. I love when my brain is working and piecing things. It's like, oh man, this is awesome. And when you get me and I go, fuck man, I didn't catch that. Then it's like even more, because I'm like, oh my God, it was so like unexpected.
Right. I like that. I like scenes like that think outside the box, and that takes writing, and it takes the writer and the director being on the same page. Yeah. And then also, kudos to the editors out there, because I feel like the editors who make the movie and put the movies together frame by frame, they have to literally take everything the director has put together, take the mindset of the writer, and piece this movie together the way it's supposed to be. And if you can't,
and that's a difficult job, because even when I do some of the editing for our show here, and I'm sitting here trying to piece up, okay, I got to take this off, or this, maybe we messed something here, and then I go, man, like this is tedious. Imagine doing a 2-hour movie that they probably got like 5 hours worth of film that's been done. Yes.
It's something else, man. It's definitely a talent, and I feel that's why when I sit down for a movie, once it's done, I sit through the credits. I give my respects to not only the actors, the director, not only the screenwriters, but the editors, the producers, the costume design, which is hell on wheels if you know what you're doing. Yeah, unintended. That's if you know what you're doing. And it's like, it's still a difficult job to execute exactly what you're trying to look like. Let's put up my darling here for a second. You know how difficult it is to make her look like that? And she's a gorgeous woman. Not right here, but
not right there.
The actress is a gorgeous woman. She really is. I'll put this up right here. You see it on the top left?
Yeah.
That's her. Elisa
Sutherland?
Yes. Gorgeous woman. And they turned her into this.
Hey man, the power of makeup.
The power of makeup. That's why I'm going to the club.
Nope. I used to walk around with a cup. A little side note, secret time for a second. I used to walk around with a cup of water. I used to walk with a cup of water every so often, and you kind of like hold it and trip every so often to see if it landed on somebody. If you start seeing a smear a little bit, you're like, "Oh my god!"
If they start melting, you need to run.
Girl, I remember going to the club and seeing a girl's foundation on her face was easily about this thick on her face. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
No
She
way.
was so caked up, bro. She looked like she had so much sourdough growing on her face. I could have made her I could have had a whole loaf of bread, bro.
My lady had a yeast infection on her face. Fucked up, dog. Why? Why would you do that? That's why I don't go to the club. That's why I don't go to the club. Anyway, to continue the story before we branch off too far.
Moving on.
Yeah, so spoiler alert for those. I'm going to give you a few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have. If you can read this comment here.
Oh,
What is
yeah.
What is that? Huh? Or?
Senor Bruce Campbell.
Yes. So if you guys don't know who Bruce Campbell is, he's the actor from the original 2 or 3, I believe. Well, definitely the first 2 Evil Dead movies. So apparently, and I will leave that up to. Thank you. I will leave that up to the eyes and ears of the viewers of this movie. Is Bruce Campbell in this movie? Has he made a comeback in some kind of way? I'm not sure. I know, but I don't want to burst any bubbles. I'm gonna burst a bubble. Go
ahead, burst the bubble. Burst the bubble too. We don't do it often.
There's a scene in this movie that kind of forwards the entire plot of the rest of the movie. It happens, I would say, about a good 15-20 minutes into it. And you don't see Mr. Campbell, but you hear his voice. And it is so refreshing to actually, 1, hear his voice, but 2, I didn't know it was him. I'm just listening. I don't know what Bruce Campbell's... I forgot what his voice sounds like.
It's been a minute. I think he was actually not Spider-Man, Marvel, the Doctor Strange. The Multiverse of Madness.
Really?
He's the hot dog guy. Remember, he was beating himself up.
Oh, yeah,
that was him.
Oh yeah, he's a post credit as well. I forgot. See, and it's little things like that. Like I forgot about that. So they're already in talks to see if there can be something going on with the continuation of this movie and the story of what's going on in this.
Hope they don't wait another 10 years.
I know. I didn't even know it was 10 years. Wow. I thought it was a lot fewer than that because I just watched.
I honestly thought it was like 2017. When you said 2017, I was like, yeah, that sounds about realistic.
Yeah, because when I heard that the Evil Dead Rise came out, I was like, oh, I gotta I gotta refuel, like I always say. And I was just like, I'm gonna go watch the Evil Dead. I go watch it, and it feels like it doesn't feel or seem like it came out so long ago. It doesn't feel so cheesy. Weird. It doesn't feel old. It's almost timeless because I watch it today. It could come out in theaters today, and it's literally within the genre. It kept up. It aged like fine wine. So
you gotta love when it ages like that.
Yes, I love.
There are not a lot of movies that ages that well. Dark Knight Rises is still one of those. Sorry, Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises are still one of those movies I could watch and be like, man, it still hits.
I actually want to do that for my birthday of some sort. I want to see if I could go to a movie theater, rent out the theater itself, not the whole thing, just one of them.
Yeah.
And pick maybe 1 or 2 movies. I'm not gonna bombard people, but like 1 or 2 movies. It's like an action movie and my favorite horror movie, and watch it on the big screen with my bros and my people.
That wouldn't be bad to do.
Yeah, and we just have a fun time, hot dogs, shit, this, that, the other, popcorn and whatnot, and just chill. I wonder how much that costs. I gotta look into
I don't know. I remember when we were kids, that used to be. It probably wasn't so bad because I remember my mom I think my mom and dad did it once for somebody, or we went to somebody's thing that we did that. It was pretty cool. Yeah. I don't think it's super expensive, but
right. Right. I certainly hope not, man. But like, I remember saying that, and I was just like, "Yo, I got the." At the time, I didn't have a PS5. I had a PS4 and an Xbox One, and I was like, I could play this at the movie theater. And the game that I was alluding to is when it first came out, and that was Mortal Kombat. When Mortal Kombat 11 hit, I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's what's up." But anyway, before we branch off too much, this is the stories that I got for you guys. Is Bruce Campbell in this movie? Check out the movie, the Evil Dead Rise. Fantastic movie. I give it a rated F. I give it 6 stars. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you got. What you got to say about this topic that we had going on today. Also, like and subscribe to the channel. As always, the bell and all that, it's down there. You'll find it. You guys are big boys and girls. If my 9-year-old nephew can find it, y'all be okay.
Facts.
Also, once again, follow us on the Apple Podcast and Spotify. I'm not going to say too much, but we are working on other endeavors as well. We're not going to stop, and we are definitely recharged and refueled, and we
Yo.
have something real going on. We are definitely on a brand new chapter of Rated F, and I can't wait to see what's going on or what the future holds, man.
Facts.
Yeah. What do you got
Speaking
for us?
speaking nothing but fax machines and dollar bills.
Fax machines and dollar bills. You got anything else for us, man? Knucklehead has.
Well, I do have one last thing because we haven't said it in a few weeks, and I gotta make sure that we do talk about this. But
Okay.
On June 10th, JPW Chains of Destiny will be hosted by PrimeTime Nino, who's the song that you're hearing right now. He will also be performing that same night. It's a free show, guys. If you're not, I'm down for free. You like free? I like free. I love free. $3.99 every day. So if you guys can come join us, the Rated F Boys are commentating for the JPW show. It is Primetime Nino, and it has been leaked out also as Jake Xavier co-hosting together. So it is going to be good to see not just Primetime, but Jake Xavier back in the ring as well. So please, guys, go and join us as we go ahead and go into the summer with the biggest show of the summer.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah, so we're going to be out there, and please join in. I'm not sure if we're going to be going live or not. We'll give you more updates on that as we get closer to the show. But it's free.
I love free.
Jot down the address. If you missed it, rewind and jot down the address and make it out there. It's going to be so much fun. JPW's biggest show of the year, if not of their company. I haven't seen them put this much into a show ever.
Yeah, this is gonna be big.
And the Rated F Boys, we bring the energy, so it's gonna be fun and fantastic. Primetime Nino always brings the goods. He is 10 stars, 100%, all day, every day. So it's gonna be very good entertainment. Did you hear that, Felix?
I didn't. What was that?
For free.
Oh man!
How could you beat Primetime Nino, live performances, wrestling, and a Rated F Boys for free?
Come on, you have to do a little meet and greet with us. Maybe sign some stuff for you. Who knows? Maybe got some merch gonna be there. Never know.
Never know what we have in store, but we'll go for it. Anyway, guys, that's all that I have for you today. Felix,
have a great night, my man.
Have a great night, sir.
Y yo no voy por parar. Yo no juego con bandolero, porque yo sé que voy a ganar. Yo sé que voy a ganar, a la acción mía voy a pichar. Y yo no voy por parar. Yo no juego con